Hey, welcome. All my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Farm. Thinking right out here in the lab. But I do what I do for you. No book today. I got something I want to break down to you about my philosophy, about my yacht. It's all about balance. Okay, so let's talk about that. Real balance is in oneself is what? Is when the emotions and the thinking is as one. Let's go. Get the concept? Let's go. All right. Right, this is 25 Rules to Live By. Storyteller story with a message. There's a message in my stories for life. I give life lessons. You tune in to receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Practice daily will help and guide you to attain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I get through. It's rhetorical, but if you know how to answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous, avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know, spiritually asleep, I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you, right there, because know thyself and to Maya, be true. Speaking of Maya, it's all about the balance in your life. She represents equanimity. What the hell is that? Using both sides of your hemisphere, positive and negative, pros and cons. Y'all call it critical thinking, right? Thinkers. Let's talk about real balance in oneself is when your feelings, your thinking, and your feeling are as one. I call it heart-mind coherence. When the heart feels, the mind interprets and understands it, you gotta go. It's a go. If the heart feeling it and the mind ain't thinking it, you can have confusion within yourself. It's gonna be hard to make decisions. That's why balance is important. Know the pros and the cons. Now you can make your decision. That's all. But just knowing the pros, no. A lot of us get caught up in the good stuff. Where's the bad? You need to know the downside to what's good. Why? It might not always be good. You want to suffer the bad? Know the consequences, aka the fine print. We call it consequences or karma. Okay. How do I know if I made a good decision? Did it work out for you? Oh yeah, okay, that's a good decision. How do you know the difference in a bad decision? Did it work out for you? No, that was a bad decision. Simple. So all that semantic playing game, trying to find fault, just understand and learn. I'm a teacher. I'm not here to debate and argue. I don't give a crap what you think or feel. So it ain't about that. It's about teaching. That's what I do for you. The imbalance in yourself is when thinking, you're thinking one thing and you're feeling another thing. That's no balance. That's a tilt. Something's wrong there. Why? I want this. My heart says that. Balance in this thing right here. In this thing right here. They both had their own mind. Did you know that? Another lesson right now. I'm talking about the imbalance in yourself. So let's go. But feeling, aka emotion, or better known as your ego. Call it what it is. Your id, identification. That's who you are. And you're based on what? Your emotions. Women will live in that emotional state. That's the right side of the hemisphere of the brain. It deals with what? Caring, feeling, and that's cool. And that's the pro side. The con side is they're cold-hearted, they don't care, the feelings ain't involved, they just do the right thing. That's balance. And some people like to live on this side, some like to live on this side. I prefer to stay in the middle. That's true balance. Knowing right from wrong and doing what's right. If you know right from wrong and you can do wrong, you got to suffer the consequence. That's a bad decision. Simple. Let's go. I keep making that harp on that, but it's important that you know you are the decision maker for you if you know how to think and balance. We taught Pros and cons, good, bad, right, wrong, whatever. Duality, that's what my art represents. That's why I give you this. So, calm down. Right thinking will always be good leaders. Why? They're never good servants. Why? Because if my emotions telling me how I should think, I don't want that. I refuse to do that. Been there, done that. I don't live by this emotional roller coaster. I got off that a long time ago. Now I'm accused of not having feelings. I'm cold. I don't give a damn. Simply that. Why? Your emotions, your feelings don't mean nothing to me. Why? I don't live for them. You do. You don't care about how I feel. So why should I give a damn about how you feel? That's just law of the land, nature. Not no being disrespectful. No, that's just how I feel. And I'm going to show you that. I'm not going to change that. I will act on my rational, logical mind. Thinking first. Thinking first. When I didn't think first, I acted out emotions or ignorance. It always ended up bad for me. I can attest to that too. Now, I know the difference between the two. So you better go out living like emotions, and today you feel good, tomorrow you don't. Flatline. You wouldn't know if I'm on top of the world or the world's on top of me. Why? I'm going to carry myself the same way no matter what. That's why. That's balance. Hey, okay. World's going wrong. Okay. Relationship going great. Okay. That doesn't mean nothing to me. I'm standing committed and firm on what I know to be. Me. And when you act on what? Your heart and mind, you're going to what? Good every time. When these two things work together, you can't lose. Moving on. And that's what I'm trying to get you to understand. It ain't just how you feel. It ain't just what you think. You gotta put them together. And that's how you get the best results. When your feelings match your thinking, that's balance and harmony in oneself. A lot of times, our heart wants one thing and our mind wants something else. If the desire don't match the thought, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. That's just my word of advice. Okay? When matters of the heart and no rational thought is used, bad results will happen. It's going to act out of what? The emotion, the heart. That's what it is. That's all it's going to be. It ain't going to change. This right here, this right here is the deciding factor. So if it's off balance, if it ain't connected, you're going to have imbalance in your own thought process, in your actions, in your own personal life. This ain't for, no, this is for you. Inside information. If it makes sense and it feels good, that's the spirit alignment with your mind. Coming one. And that's what you want. We call that spirituality. That's what spirituality is. When the heart and mind is working in sync as one, you're a human being having, you're a spiritual being having human experience. But as a human, you become conscious of what? You being a spiritual being. That's the awakening. Philosophical, symbolical, whatever you want to call it, religion, I don't give a crap, but still you need to understand this and this need to be working as one. That's my point. All right, that's balance and harmony in oneself. Simple. Calm down. When I'm trying to make my point, I get a little get passionate, so I gotta remember, calm down. Everybody ain't, with that. All right, but in my heart, in my mind, I use emotions along with logic. So it ain't just, I feel. If you start a statement of how I feel, I'm not going to be concerned. Why? I don't care about how you feel. Let me know what you know, okay? Not what you feel, not what you believe. I'm not big on none of that. But my heart and mind, means emotion and logic, are the same, on the same accord. That's balance. That's the balance I'm trying to get you to find. I found mine. I got mine. I'm trying to get you to understand how to get yours. It takes a little while. It ain't going to, wake up tomorrow, all of a sudden you got balance in your life. No. It's a process. Trust me. I put 30 years in and longer and still working on it. Moving on. If what you're doing ain't progressive, because what you're going, the mastery is a nice little road. You going an arduous road. You doing the hard way. You doing it the hard way. You ain't taking short because you old school. That's what I am. So I'm walking that walk still. If my heart says yes, here, feels good, without being logical. Whoa, wait a minute, let's find out slow down, slow down, slow your roll. That's you having a conversation with yourself, getting in balance. Because if I ain't thinking what you feeling, or you ain't feeling what I'm thinking, we got to have a talk. All right, there's a problem. Houston, well, we got a problem. But you are the orchestrator of that. And what's this? When I use your heart, says without being illogical, rational, I will do nothing. If I ain't feeling it, if it ain't, or it sound good, or I ain't feeling it, ain't happening. If it feel good, but something that ain't working, I ain't doing it. Simple. If I'm not comfortable, I'm not doing it. That's all you got to realize. Because once you make a decision, now you're responsible for what? Your action. Yeah, but I thought, don't mean a damn thing. Yeah, but I thought don't mean a damn thing. Again, stop with that. I don't do that. I thought. Unless, I thought it was wrong. I was wrong. Simple as that. Most of us are. So use it that's possible, okay? I trust in what? My discernment, aka Anubis. That's the conscious part of your mind that learns liar or truth instantly. Your discernment should be just that sharp. When I'm a drug dealer, I got no customer from police. Fake from real, okay? One of us, not like us. Those are all discernment situations I can make on the drop of a dime. How you walk, how you talk, what your clothes, all that would play an important role. And half of y'all don't have a clue about that. So again, I was on the streets when it meant something. I trust my discernment. Even from my street life, I'm not going to change. Now I can trust discernment still in what? Right? Good and bad people. I used to be a bad guy. I knew bad people. I was right on point with them. Now I'm a good guy. What I'm seeing is a bunch of bad people faking good. What the hell is that about? That's what freaks me out. If you're bad, be bad. Simple as that. If you're good, be good. Don't act good or want somebody to think you're good when you're really not. That's faking it. And guess what? He knows your heart. So I'm not here to go knock you out about that stuff. That's all you. Again, my discernment in my life situation, that's what I call right thinking philosophy. I'm thinking, not acting or reacting to what? How I feel. No, they don't run me. Again, emotions are good servants. Like the ego. It's the best servant you're going to have. But you're a bad leader. It tells you, anyway I slice this pie, it's going to come out the same. Understand that why? It's all the same. That's what I'm trying to explain it to you. No matter which way you present it, how they carve it, it's all coming down the same. You got to have balance in your life, in your thought process, in your feelings. Desires, with the feelings, fire and desire. Desire and not in conscious, they should be on the same page. If what you desire ain't good here, simple as that. When they not matching, that's the problem. Okay, like wearing socks. Today, y'all don't even care about mismatched socks. Who the hell does that? You just gave up. If you wear Crocs, you don't give up. Moving on, this little person, man, if you see me in Crocs, yeah, he done gave up. That's the dumbest thing I ever seen. Where you got from? All right, leave the wear Crocs. No, I don't get that anyway. But if, again, we back to this desire. If your desire, if what you feel don't match what you're thinking is right, then you're out of balance. Soon as you act on that emotion and disregard the conscious right and wrong thoughts, you just sold your soul. Why? You got to pay for that with consequences that you're going to have to live through. That's why. Same way you earn blessings by doing good, you can earn punishment by doing bad. We've been teaching that since we've been here. We teach our kids that. Oh, we get grown, it don't apply to us no more. The same apply to you. And the Lord don't change. That's what you know is true. My eye ain't wavering one bit. Ain't giving a damn about nothing. This is what it is. That's it. Deal with it. Your lower nature, the ego self, your ignorant self, is all emotional. You get him feeling good, you can get the world from him. The Mafia Don, his daughter's birthday, he's so happy, and that's a perfect concept. The biggest ego wants to be stroked. And all you got to do is stroke it, and whatever he got power of, he'll do it. Your boy president, you kiss his butt, yeah, grant him immunity, free him, whatever. Anybody who suck up to the ego person, again, the king, it's never changed. It's been the same thing. Why? The person who's in charge, if they're egotistical, they're not good people. And watch this. If your lower nature, the ego, is all emotion. Why? It wants pleasures of the flesh and anything else it can get. That's why. Excuse me. Yeah, sorry about that. Again, if your desires, your wants don't match what's right in the mind, then you're not in balance. You don't have harmony. Why? You're confused. One side this, one side says that. That's not good for anybody who don't have good understanding of really who they are and maintaining balance. Why? Because your lower nature, your ego, emotions, wants, pleasures, okay, things of the flesh. So no balance. When you give in to your desires of the flesh, you just lost balance. You're not thinking right. And now, after you commit the act, now all of a sudden, right thing comes to me, you should have done that. Oh, now I regret. That's called regret. When you do something you know is wrong, you're going to regret after you do it. Why? Because you knew it was wrong when you did it. Simple. To do something unknowingly, that's a mistake. My bad. Okay. But to know that wasn't a mistake. So, excuse me. So, everything that looks good to you, that feels good to you, ain't always good for you. That's the oldest trick in the book. Fool's gold. It looks shiny, it looks good, yeah. Until you get it, find out it ain't real gold. But your neck done turned green. You done walk around thinking you got something. Now you got to pay for your ignorance. That's the difference. That's the difference when you have balance. You don't make bad decisions. If it don't make sense, if it just don't sit right, or if it's just blatantly wrong, but your feelings say, oh, it's okay. No, don't. That's how they got side chicks. That's why women cheat. Why? Because the emotion said, or the feelings said, man, go get that. You got, yeah, he ain't taking care of somebody. Yeah, all that is self-serving. And that's everybody's decision to live with on a day-to-day basis. It don't change because it's you. You got to still deal with reality like everybody else. But again, if it don't make a difference how I feel about it, then it's me doing what? The right thing. If it feels good and I know it's right, then I'm going to do that. That's all. Ain't nothing special about that. But if it's wrong and it don't mean me no good, emotionally, physically, I'm not partaking in nonsense to satisfy a moment of pleasure, a lifetime of heartache. I ain't trading that in. Okay, no. Disappoint the flesh. Okay, starve the carnal. Why? Consequences that come with it if you feed it. That's why. The only way you can stop it is to starve it. My feelings, okay, personally, don't run me. Don't run my life. Why? My thoughts supersede my thinking is the boss of my ego. My ego is me. I. I live a different level. I live for this now. I'm thinking, doing, and being what? My best self by what? Doing what's right. I know right from wrong. All you gotta do is do what's right. Because if you do what's wrong, there's a price to come with that. Called consequences, karma, whatever. It's the same thing. You can dress it any way you want. Same thing. I don't run by my emotions. Understand that? My emotions don't run me. I will always, forever, from my experience, think before I speak or act. It's become a way of life for me. That's how I maintain my cool. That's how I keep my perspective. That's how I stay in character within myself. That peaceful place I like to be. I can maintain that now after years of practice. Hold on 1 second. Sorry about that. And again, my feelings don't run me. My thoughts are the boss over my ego, aka my lower self. Okay, that guy. All right. I will always and forever, from my own experience, what? Think before I speak or act. Just me doing that. Protect myself. Keep myself where I need to be. Balanced. I can't trust my emotions. I won't. Why? They have been wrong before. That's why. Not making good decisions, not using your better judgment. Every time you don't, you should pay for that, and you usually do. But to keep doing it is not smart. That's my point with that. I'm gonna make sure if I did it wrong, I'm not doing that again. Why? That was not right. Simple as that. I won't ever let my emotions make my life decisions. Not from the emotions. Refuse to do that. Don't care. If it don't make sense, if it ain't logical, if it ain't reasonable, it ain't rational, I'm not buying. Simple. Moving on. My choice. Again, I can live with that. All right. I will listen to my intellect every time before my heart, any day. That's me. But when I don't hear a bunch of situations that don't change, a philosophy and the principle don't give a damn about individual with this and circumstances. I don't do that. I ain't got time to worry about what is this, what is that. No, simple. Make it done. I'm not gonna let my emotions lead me. Simple as that. It ain't gonna be built on how I feel. It means nothing. Moving on. Why? I've done that before. It didn't work. I just told you that. So that's why. Because you do it, that's fine. Because some others do it, just respect that they do it. You don't have to like it, subscribe to it, or agree with it. But you gotta respect that. That's just a decision. If you make a bad decision, I respect that. Well, I ain't gotta live with it. You do. Moving on. Last one. Appreciate you. If I think it's over, if I think it over, if I ponder, if I give a thought and making the wrong decisions, if I done thought about it and I think it's the right way, and if it's wrong, I can live with that decision. I just told you that if what I'm doing ain't working at Judgment Day, okay, man, that right thinking was cool, but you fall short. Okay, well, I gave him my best shot. Whatever I got to do now. That's the deal. Why? I want to live with the decision I made. If you make a decision that you can't live with, why you make the decision? That's all. That's principle. That's what you stand on for yourself, not for nobody else. Right thinking is having balance, okay, between your emotions and your thoughts. They should work as one. They should not be one over here, one over there. No, they should work in sequence with each other. That's heart-mind coherence. My heart is pure. My thoughts being right are also pure. That's what harmony, balance, okay? Yeah, I'm thinking right and I'm feeling right. That's a perfect combination. If it's not in that order, you might have some issues because you might get it right because the heart a few times, but that heart thing, that emotion thing, don't trust it. That's all. Like that guy who you really don't know him like that, so you ain't gonna trust to put your life in his hand. Why? I don't know him like that. But that means I don't know. I know him, but I don't know him like that. You should know yourself like that. If nothing else, you should know yourself like that. I am balanced. Why? I live in a harmony with what? Myself daily. My heart and mind works as one. I don't think and act. Nope. I don't think and feel. They all one. So I'm comfortable doing that. Why? It works for me. People think I got no emotion, think I'm cold and I don't care. No, I just ain't freaking out because something emotional. I don't give a damn. That don't move me. Again, I get adamant about that. Why? I don't give a damn, but I don't. Emotion don't generate nothing from me but that anger to make me say, I don't care about that. Give me something that I can stand on, something I can deal with, something I can worry about. Your emotions is not that. Your beliefs ain't it either. My balance in life is being what? God conscious. If God ain't in appliance compliance, I ain't doing it. If it don't feel right, if it don't seem right, you ain't got to worry about me doing that. Dumb stuff. If there's two ways to do everything, the smart way and the dumb way. A lot of people choose to do the dumb way. Okay, but the consequences of that, you got to live with. Hello? Same way. If you do it the right way, you get the things that come with doing the right way, making the right decision, doing the good things. There's some benefits behind that. Oh, I forget. Y'all used to doing the other way, so all you get is the what? The consequences. You don't get the benefit, you get consequences. All right, wrapping it up. Again, I appreciate you tuning in. Just when I'm going to get this out the way. I live what I call my yacht. You see me do this every day. Balance. That's me paying respect. What? I have a balanced lifestyle. That keeps me what? That's right thing philosophy. I live by principle. I stand on reason and understanding. I don't do it emotion. Again, the harmony that I have, my mind and heart is one. Okay? Moving on. That's knowing thyself. Wrapping it up. Again, I appreciate you tuning in. But I think first. If you feel first, that's like cutting or measuring. You should measure twice to cut once. If you cut once, you're done. Well, you can't extend it. If it's too short, you're done. That's why. So make sure you're doing what you know what you're doing. That's all. In life, that's the most important time to use that philosophy. That's all it is. A concept that I use it in my daily life. My decision making is based on what? Is it right or is it wrong? Is it good or is it bad? That ain't hard to do. Well, again, for some people, maybe it is. Let me wrap it up. I appreciate you. And I think first, I feel second. I will never, well, I've done it. I felt first and thought second, and I paid the consequences. So again, that's not balance, and it's sure ain't right thinking philosophy. So hope you got the lesson, hope you understood it, hope you practice it, and then let me know how it worked out for you. In closing, right thinkers, may you all live to be 100, maybe 100 minutes a day. So I know that my right thinkers who understand balance in their lives have passed away.